Hey guys, welcome back to Maxim Automation. Today we are going to see that how to add Java properties file as a configuration file in the framework. Configuration file helps us to get the different settings related to the application environment or framework. So let's go to the project. And first, I'm gonna create a folder with the name configuration. And under this folder, I'll create my configuration properties file called as config.setting.properties. We can create our configuration file in any format. It might be a text file, properties file, or can be a XML file as well. It's perfectly fine to use any of the format for your configuration file. So this is our configuration file. And in this file, I'll add different properties and their values. The first property which I'm going to add is browser type. As we know that in our test execution, we have to run our test cases on different browsers. So before each execution, we have to tell framework that on which browser the current test needs to be executed. In that case, our configuration file helps us to configure our framework so that it runs on the desired browser. So I'm giving the browser type value as Firefox, as I would like to run my test on Firefox browser. Similarly, we can add different properties, like we can add log level to define the level of logs we would like to generate during the execution. Based on the requirement, we can change the value for this property as error or as debug. We can add the application URL as well, as test execution runs on different environment, so we can use these properties to provide the application URL, username, password, and other configuration as well. Okay, now save the file. And then we're gonna add a class which will be responsible for reading this configuration file. So first, I'm creating this package called variables. And under this package, I'll create our class. So I'm adding a new class over here with the name config_properties.java. Here is our class. And the very first thing I'm gonna do is to add an object of property, public properties property. This properties is available under java.util package. So import the package for the same. Now we need another class variable which will hold the configuration file path. So let's create it by typing string config path, and then we'll assign the config property file path into this variable. Now to add a method, we'll type public static void initialize property file. I have made this method as static so that it can be accessed without creating the object of this class. And inside this method, I'll write the code to read the properties file. First, let's initialize the property object. Since it's a static method and can use only static variable or object, so update this object as static. Similarly, update this variable also. Now we'll use file input stream to read the properties file. Import java.io package to use it. And then pass the file path into this. Import java.io for input stream as well. Now it's giving unhandled exception error. So let's add a try-catch block to handle the exception. Later on, we can add our logs over here. After that, use property.load method to load the properties and their values from the input stream. So this load method reads the input stream and creates the property list using key and their values. Now, for this load method, also we have to handle the exception. We can do that by adding a new catch clause to the surrounding try-catch block. Once this block of code will get executed, then we can access the properties keys and values at any place using this property object. Now the next thing is to call this method so that our property object get initialized. To call this method, let's go to the runner class. Since this is the first method which will be called before the execution, so inside this before class method, we can call the config properties dot initialize property file method to initialize the property object. Now we can get the property values based on their keys by using this object. Since it's static, so we can use it without creating the object of this class. To utilize these property values from the configuration file, let's go to the stepdef class. Here you can see that we have created WebDriver object using Chrome driver. So it means our execution can run on Chrome browser only. Now to enable the test execution on all the browsers, we can utilize the browser type property from configuration file to get the browser on which execution needs to be executed. And to do that, add a condition over here to get the browser type property from configuration file. And then compare if it equals to Firefox. Then inside the if block, set up the WebDriver manager for Firefox browser and initialize the WebDriver object with Firefox driver. Similarly, add condition for Chrome browser as well. If browser type is equals to Chrome browser, then initialize the WebDriver with Chrome driver. And if the browser type is equals to IE or Internet Explorer, then set up the WebDriver manager for Internet Explorer browser and initialize the WebDriver object with iDriver. Here we have the URL as well, which is coming from the feature file. This URL is the application URL. We can make this URL also as configurable. So let's delete this URL from the feature file. And then we'll update the step definition also for the same. And at last, replace the URL with the configuration file property, which is app URL. Now we are done with all the changes. So let's run our test. Here you can see that instance of Firefox has been invoked and execution has been started on this browser. So this is how we can use the Java properties file as a configuration file in our framework. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe the channel. Also, please don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.